Hey there, this is Brett. In this video, I'm sharing the 7 steps to opening a high-profit hot dog stand, from health permits to equipment to menu creation. I also share a process to pinpoint the highest profit vending locations in literally any market. This strategy was shared by a veteran hot dog vendor and lets you reverse engineer the most successful carts in your town. This one tactic could help you reach profitability like these carts have already done.
When someone tries to touch my ketchup and mustard, I have like a total meltdown. It's like so hilarious. I don't know why they reach for it. Like, it's hands off my ketchup and mustard.
Can I bring this hot dog cart here and set up and sell hot dogs? And you were just like, hell yeah.
The dog dojo.
The dog dojo.
How much money do you make per day selling hot dogs?
Sometimes you make up to $100. On the Clipper games, you probably can make $150 the max.
And that's what I like about this cart is the hot dogs are great.
Yeah.
But that's not why people come back to the cart.
Yeah.
People come back to the cart because I try to do as good a job as I can at remembering first names. I hug just about everybody, whether sometimes they want me to or not.
Now let's begin with step 1 in the hot dog startup plan. Market research, baby. This might sound a bit like schoolwork, but don't overlook this step. I want you to open a blank Google Doc. This is going to serve as your one-stop business plan where you'll include information like contacts for vending locations, the menu, recipes, and any permits you need. Don't stress out about the format of this document either. You can fix the formatting later, make it look prettier. Go ahead and name this file your hot dog stand name plus market research, and you've got the first step checked off the list. Painless enough? Let's move on to step number 2. In step number 2, we're going to build a list of potential high-profit vending locations. According to the veteran hot dog vendor, Matthew Gladfelter, you want to find locations where you can consistently sell 50 hot dogs or more per day. Here's how the math behind this pencils out. If you sell 50 hot dogs at $8 a piece, you make $400 per day in sales. This works out to $2,000 per week or $8,000 per month if you work 5 days a week on average. Keep in mind that thanks to inflation, in some areas, you could sell a hot dog for as much as $10 and a hot dog, chips, and a drink meal for $15 per unit. So you can play around with the numbers to explore the different income possibilities. Up next, ever wonder how some hot dog vendors always seem to be at the right place where they can hit 50, 100, 200 sales per day? Here's how the top vendors in your city are probably finding these goldmine locations. It's time for some online investigative work, so grab your phone. I want you to go to Google again. This time, type in hot dog carts in your city. After you find the top vendors, head on over to their social media profiles like Instagram, Facebook, or X. But you're not just looking at mouth-watering hot dog pictures here, you're on a mission to find out where they sell. Fortunately, most vendors promote their exact vending locations across social media accounts, so this information is going to be pretty easy to find. Here's what I want you to find out. Are there certain breweries carts visit, farmers markets, maybe a busy lunch spot in a corporate center? As you browse through, I want you to write down the details of each location in your market research document. I'm talking about the address, any contact information, and yes, even the times they're serving. Here's a sample spreadsheet with the fields I would write down. Remember, right now, the only thing we are doing is creating a list of potential vending locations and adding them to a list. Once you build up a vending list of about 50 spots, this should be enough to get you started. I would go through this exact same process again, just looking at food truck vending locations in your area too. More often than not, locations that allow food trucks, they're going to allow hot dog stands. And by using these 2 simple approaches, you should have no problem finding enough locations to get started. By the way, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to share the exact message you can use to reach out to these different locations so you know what to say, and let me know if you can think of any other smart vending locations that hot dog carts make a lot of money in your area. In the comments below, let's have a conversation. I'd love to know the types of hot dog cart locations that are profitable in your area too. Step number 3 is to build a simple hot dog menu for your cart. You know, the kind that makes customers' mouths water and keeps the operations easy.
Nice.
Now let's talk about size. Menu size, that is.
Oh my God! Wow!
When you're starting out, keep the menu small. Somewhere between 4 to 6 items is a good start. Why? Like P. Diddy once said, the more menu items equals more problems. Right? I think it was something like that. Bottom line, more ingredients means there's more inventory, more things to prepare, and more chances for things to get complicated in your business. Think of your menu as your culinary playground, of course, but you need some guardrails here. Start with menu items where you're gonna have a high degree of confidence that you're gonna be able to generate sales. I'm talking about proven winners like Chicago-style hot dogs or chili dogs. These are the crowd pleasers that work almost anywhere. Remember, every item in your menu should be there for a reason. It should be something you're proud of, something you love to make, and most importantly, something your customers want to order. Step number 4. Now that you've got a menu, the next step is to write down each ingredient you'll need to make your menu. I'm talking about every sausage, every bun, every topping. I mean everything. How come? First, you want to remember where you can purchase each item. Second, you want to get a clear understanding how much each ingredient is going to cost, how much each menu item is going to cost, and then you can figure out how much you'll be profiting from each dog. Here's a sample of what this might look like in your document. As you can see, you're going to break down the cost of literally each bun and even estimate the price of condiments like yellow mustard or chopped onions per dog. Try to get as close as you can with these numbers. Finally, picture this. You've bought this amazing hot dog cart, but oops, it doesn't meet the local health codes. Oh no! This happens more often than you might think. For example, in a lot of cities, you'll need a cart with a 3-compartment sink for health code reasons. Don't have one? Sorry. You're probably not going to be able to vend.
No! No!
It's like buying a sports car only to find out it's not street legal. Frustrating, right? Experienced hot dog vendors know the importance of getting to know your local health code too before buying any piece of equipment. Here's a comment from Mac Daddy Dogs, who averages $3,000 in sales per week on a hot dog trailer. This vendor says to triple check the state code before buying anything. You don't want to spend all that money only to find out it won't pass code. So where do you start? Step number 5 of the hot dog startup process is to find your city's local hot dog vending laws. The best place to start is again by heading to Google and typing in hot dog vendor laws plus your city name or mobile vendor laws plus your city name. Play around with that. Hopefully you can find this information on your local city website, but you might need to call your city for details too. As an example, in the city I live in, Boise, there are a whopping 4 different types of licenses required just to vend. It's a little excessive in my opinion. Some of the requirements include getting a background check and fingerprints that must be taken at the local courthouse, an eating and drinking mobile license, and there's a cash or surety bond of $1,000 per person or $5,000 per company. Take the time to find out everything about the permits required, the health and safety regulations, any fire regulations, any specific vending laws your city has, so you don't invest in equipment that you can't actually use. Of course, the startup requirements don't end there. You still need to create a business entity, usually an LLC, or a sole proprietorship for a hot dog cart. This will also get you an EIN number that you can use to pay taxes. You'll also want to create a business bank account. I know this is a lot of stuff, so you can get a checklist for this step-by-step. Check out the blog post that I've linked below in the resources section below this video. This breaks down the EIN numbers, the reseller licenses, whether or not you need a commissary, insurance needs, and more stuff like that in a nice big list. Remember, each city, each county, they're gonna have a little different rules. What works in one place might not fly in another. For step number 6, it's finally time to talk about equipment. And of course, the heart of your operation is the cart itself. Depending on your local regulations, which you've already researched, right? You'll know the features that are must-haves on a cart. For most cities, this means having a cart that includes a 3-compartment sink and a fire extinguisher as an example. Of course, your cart needs to work for you too. After all, this is where you're going to be cooking, serving, and connecting with customers. Find a cart with a reliable heating source, ample storage for buns and dogs, and don't forget space for those tasty toppings. Again, at this point, I want you to refer back to your menu. Make sure you've got all the equipment needed to prep and store ingredients safely. Finally, let's not overlook the smaller essentials: utensils, napkins, condiments, dispensers, and of course, a sturdy cash box or a digital payment system. These little details can make or break your daily operation.
Nice.
To save money, you might be able to even find a used cart and equipment that is going to pass your local health code inspection in your area, posted on websites like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Usually these are failed hot dog businesses that are going to be buying off of other people. As an example, here's a unit in Florida available For $2,000 or best offer by the owner, this one comes with chip clips, tongs, pans, condiment bottles. If you want a deal on a hot dog cart, these secondhand marketplaces are your best bet for sure. Just make sure, again, they'll pass the health inspection in your area before you buy anything. Last but not least, in step number 7, here's how to make your hot dog stand really stand out from the competition from a marketing perspective. The first thing I want you to think about is your uniform. This isn't just about looking clean and professional, it's about being memorable. Think of a unique uniform that ties into your brand if you can. For example, you could get a vintage style apron with your logo or a cap or a quirky hot dog print. Stand out from the crowd and make sure your team does too. Moving on to digital marketing, a professional website and social media presence for a modern hot dog cart. It really is a must to be able to stand out and actually build a brand. Make sure your website is sleek, easy to use, navigate, and has mouth-watering visuals of your food. Post those pictures of your hot dogs, share customer reviews, and keep your contact information up to date so people can reach out to you about events and about catering opportunities. Finally, outreach. Remember the list of vending locations you put together before? This is arguably the biggest action item you can take from a marketing perspective from a hot dog cart is just to reach out to proven money-making locations and then find out how to vend there. Here's a template message you can send by email or social media to ask and simply find out if you can vend at a new location. I've included this sample message in the resource section below so you can copy and paste it, book more vending gigs, send it out, get started today. Remember, in the world of hot dog stands, it's not just what you serve, it's how and where you serve it that will make or break your business. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this, and let's have a conversation. Do you think the hot dog stand business is worth starting? Let me know if you'll be moving ahead with this business. And if you're looking for a side business, check out my database with 102 business ideas in the resource box below this video. Access to the database is free and gives you side hustle ideas with revenue numbers and startup costs for literally every single business listed in the database. This is full of solo founded businesses and opportunities you might not have thought about before, like parking lot cleaning, towing, junk removal, auto detailing, online businesses, and more. If you're looking for a new business idea this year, sign up for the database below this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.